I know it sounds more like a science fiction movie and maybe a bad one, but as it happens so often these days, science fiction becomes reality. Now, don't get me wrong, there are wonderful things going on with medical technology. They're creating tremendous work in prostheses to be able to help people who are disabled to be able to actually walk again. And of course, Israel is in the forefront of that kind of technology. The question is, where does it end? An article in the study in the New York Times tells us that one writer was discussing with an audience the possibility of using drugs, pills, and implants to help your children actually learn better. In other words, they have no particular problem, but by taking certain pills, their memory will increase, their retention will increase, and they'll be able to understand things actually better. The question was put to an audience: would you give your children such a pill? About 80% of the 1,000 people said no. The question was then posed: let's say you found out that it was perfectly safe. Well, about half the people then said yes, and then the question was, let's say you found out that everyone else in the class was taking it and everybody said they would. It's kind of a disturbing question, because now the question becomes, does it cross the line? Does it cross the line between acceptable enhancements to what now becomes a human being, which used to be body and spirit, and now becomes more drugs and machinery? It's not just a simple question. Naturally, in the work with Alzheimer's patients and with other patients who are ill, memory is increasing. They'll be able to take pills that are actually helping people. But let's say you had no problem to begin with. Would you take a pill? Would you allow an implant that allowed you to perform better? Would you actually trade healthy legs for even better legs? Would you take your eyes and create a synthetic eye in which you'd be able to create every minute detail? Wouldn't you want a surgeon who is performing surgery to be able to be operating at his optimum performance, which means maybe he's taking some kind of pill or implant that makes his hand even more steady? Tough kinds of questions. So the question today is, naturally, as you are probably wondering, how far would you go to modify yourself using medical technology? Are you playing God? Are we trying to do something that only God can do? Or should we take advantage, full advantage, of our advancements in medical technology? Great question. Let me hear your answer. Something, yes, to think about.